Welcome to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast with your host, Warren Andrew Pinder, author and speaker.
Welcome to the Warren Andrew Pinder podcast show. Today's episode is you must make time to take time before it's too late. See, a lot of times persons tell us you have to learn to make time to do what it is to get what you want. You know, you have to make time if you really want something bad. But I'm saying in this saying to you, you have to take the time to make time before it's too late. First of all, this is like fresh on the heels of me going through something with a dear friend of mine who was explaining to me that, you're not all in. You're not all in. You want this, but you're not all in, Andrew. She's saying, Warren, you're not all in. And I said, of course I am. But with certainty, she's telling me that, no, you're not. You know why? It was because I wasn't showing, because of the project that we were working on, I wasn't showing that I was taking the time. So a lot of times I would say, I'll make the time when I can't to get it done. But there are persons who take 100% of their time while you're just trying to make time. The effort they're putting in is that 100 that you need. You may be on top of your game and you're saying, all I got to do is just make the time. When the time comes, I'm going to be able to do it. But if you really, really all in, you will take time, whether that's daily, whether that's hourly, whether that's however you see fit, you will take the time to make it happen. You'll take the time to make time to go and see that person that you need to see. You'll take time to make time to study. You'll take time to make time to better yourself on the job. You'll take time to make time to go and spend time with your grandmother. Y'all always hear me talk about my grandmother. But my grandmother used to be sitting at a table in her house. I lived with her, but I didn't take the time. You see what I'm saying? I didn't take the time because now I'm dealing with things years later that my grandmother could reveal to me that I got to go search hard for because I didn't take time to make the time to listen to what she was telling me. A lot of you in school and a lot of you on the road out there, y'all just want to touch the road and, just do what you got to do. But you're not taking the time to really understand what is it that you want, Am I satisfied with that job? You're not taking the time to understand and believe that, hey, I want to be better. We have to sit down in this world of so much distractions and, we're looking at other people's script in life, but we're not seeking our own. We're not seeking our purpose. We got to take time to make time to see what is our purpose, what's your purpose. Where is it that you're supposed to be in your life? You have to take the time to make time to get up early in the morning when everyone's still asleep. Begin to plan your day, begin to chart your course, begin to say, this is what I'm going to accomplish today that's going to lead me toward my ultimate goal that I want to achieve. You got to take time to make time to go there and seek that job. Just how a product is developed. You want to develop yourself by doing the research and development of your aptitude. What is it that I like to do? Do I like to work with my hands? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be a police officer because I like to help persons? Do I want to be a social worker because I see the system and I see how people are suffering? So you got to make time to take time. Take the time to make time to overcome the hurdles that face you every day. You got to take the time to make time to climb over them or to move them away or to go around. But none of this can happen if you don't take the time. Some people may say, but that's the same thing. You take time and you got to take the time to make time for you. And when I say that for your personal development, it's taking time to pause, taking time to just like, am I on the right track? Is this really what I want? Man, I was supposed to find something better to do, but I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, if I could find something, I'd leave. It's paying the bills, but it's not what you want because you're not willing to take the time to go back to school. You're not willing to take the time to go seek another job. So you settle. You on the road, man. You on the road driving, but you don't know how you can put the gas in the car to take you where you need to be, to do the things you need to do. But guess what? If the party lit, you can find the gas to go where you're going to go. You can take the time to go do it so your priority ain't lined up quite to get you where you want to be. But you got to take the time to make the time to really think deep, to search yourself and ask yourself, is it something I'm missing? Is it something I'm missing that I'm not doing, that I'm not taking time to really search the possibilities for my life, to align my life with my purpose? I'm in a dark place and I'm cold and I'm sleeping hard. Some people in a car, let's just talk about others and, who have to that don't have shelter. But if the sound of my voice, if we take time to make time, first just to reflect if we can, and to put away, just like for a moment, just in your mind, know that you were ordained to be great, but you got to get through so much being weighing you down, man. Them hurdles so heavy, so high, but you know that you could just start achieving by making small achievements in your life. A lot of people who are living in a home where there's warmth from the cold, do you know, for some persons, just being able to achieve sleeping under a roof in a warm spot, that's a major achievement for them. So we got to take time and make time to put ourselves in other person's position to appreciate your present position.
Thank you for joining today's podcast. We'll be right back.
Achieve Men, written by Warren Andrew Pinder. In this book, you will learn the 7 steps to achieving your dreams and goals. Given the vision to share how the acronym of the word achieve can be used systematically in your day-to-day life. Each of us is given a unique gift from God. Get your copy today. Available in print, ebook, and audiobook from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
All you could do is encourage persons to seek their purpose. None of us were born to be, wear red ears and have demon fiery eyes and with a spear. No, but we have to believe that we were born with a purpose. We have to believe that we can overcome because we're going to meet our destiny some which way, some sooner, some later. Some would go through this transformation like none other because we were born to conquer and to achieve. Yes, some may have to, souls may have to drop, man down because of him not really finding that purpose. Because when you align with your purpose, man, the Creator just carries you, eh? So when we see the struggle out there and you hear people say the struggle is real, believe it. But you control your destiny. You can control exactly where you want to go. But you got to take the time and make time to do it. You don't just, very few persons just it just happens. Some people are just simply aligned with their purpose in a way, and they don't have to put in the time, man. They're born with this high IQ, and you can tell from they were kids that they're gonna beat someone, and so it's just a matter of them making the decision. They got it. But that's the higher epsilon of our society. With most persons have to put the time in. You got to put in the time, and you have to teach yourself to make the time. That means if you got to rise early, go to bed late. If you got to do 18 hours a day, and sleep 6, rather than working 6 and sleeping 18, because you could be asleep even though you're awake. It's all about you taking the time to make the time. Rather than you on those games and you on social all day. You could have that same device turn to YouTube, taking time and making time to enhance who you are. There are all kind of courses all over the internet, that you can begin to take by making time to better yourself. So we have options, man. We have options like none other that you can think about. But it's just a matter of us evaluating how do we make our surroundings, how do we make this what we could control, I say that, it's my son, what have you done to impact the world? If you think about that, just ask yourself, what can you do to make an impact? The next great item would be resting right between your ears. Stop dreaming and living someone else's script, man. Write your own. Take the time to make the time to write your own script that you'll be on a yacht. That you'll be driving that Maybach. That you'll be flying around the world. It just starts with you in your mind. You take the time and make the time. Believing that you could achieve these things. Believing that I'm not supposed to be where I am. Trust me. If you today are blessed with your parents, especially your grandparents, my God, if your darling great-grandparents are alive, the best thing you could ever do in your life is to take the time, to make the time, to spend with them. Listen to them. They've been through it. It ain't like no one telling you something that don't love you. But you can imagine someone that have love for you actually giving you advice. I would want that anytime. But for those of you that feel that they don't love you, take the time to make time to show them that you love them. Because a lot of our elders have caused the problems that we're in now. But you have the opportunity to reverse that. I just said you control your environment. And if you're going to see them, you're going to see them on a positive note, regardless of what they did. Regardless if they're grumpy and just old, wretched. Because they may have been regretting the fact that they did not take the time to make time to do what I'm telling you to do right now. See, it's all about sharing that love, man. It's all about us sharing that love. See, when we're in a good place, when we're controlling our environment, you know that you've taken the time to really know where you're at, to know who you are. The Creator speaks to you. He'll speak to you in your darkest moment because He knows that you're in a place where you're trying to understand what is His purpose for your life. When He's comfortable with that, He'll just open Himself to you in such a way. He'll reveal Himself in your mind with ideas and all of a sudden your uptick of what you really believe and what you envision yourself doing and going. That's the place where you want to take the time and make time to try and reach. Because once you get there in your life, nothing else matters. Because what you're doing with joy. You're doing it with a purpose. You're overcoming. You're beating this road down, removing the hurdles, and you just going. Nothing can stop you because she's coming from within. And as I said, battling with, my friend and telling me that you're not all in, Andrew. But right now, in this moment, as I speak to you, man, I feel it coming. I feel it where I'm telling you. But I got to try and help as many people as I can. Through my words, I want to tell persons that you could do it, the passion that comes in, just to seek it from above, and you will be blessed. You will be blessed. So now, taking time to make time, to do whatever it is, always remember that we also must take time to make the time to give thanks for wherever we are. Just give thanks, man. Give thanks that we have breath to breathe today. Get breath to think. We're alive. We can think. We can change our position. You've been listening to the Warren Andrew Pinder Podcast Show. Remember, in life, you must take action.
Thank you for listening to the Warren Andrew Pinder Podcast. We hope you were encouraged and moved to take action. For more information about Warren Andrew Pinder and his book, Achieve Men, visit www.warrenandrewpinder.com.